for the brief loss in connection there. Don't know what happened, but either way, we see Jordan 2Wavy continuing the battle here in the Star Cup against Hazy Aussie, getting into first position with H&B Hooligans right behind Hazy, looking to now get into second, hopefully. But Hazy might just have the speed to hold on. Don't know what happened there, but hopefully we are back online now for lap 7 of this very exciting race around Baku. And we're just going to make sure everyone knows the stream is back up. Oh, I thought I just heard something happen there, but everything is fine for now. We're riding on board with H&B Hooligans in P3.
And you see Hazy struggling a little bit. Now he's kind of fallen out of the DRS zone. Maybe he can make it. Looks like he's making it back, but you know he's probably too far to get close to Jordan on the straight.
So he's just holding on to Jordan, who definitely is showing some pace early on. And I did see H&B Hooligans briefly hit the wall there on the right side in turn 15. Hopefully he didn't get any damage. Was a bit of an issue there for him. Yeah, not sure what happened to the stream. It mentioned I lost connection for a little bit, but I was still in the game the entire time. So clearly not everything went offline. Who knows? Either way, H&B Hooligans does not have enough room, but T-Bone does get the pass done into turn 1 over Alimo. Now into P4. T-Bone doing very well here, just on the outside of a podium. Alimo might fight him back, though, as they approach turn 3. Maybe not. Looks like they're going to wait for later on.
No, too risky. T-Bone still defends it. I don't think Alamo was going to go for it.
You never know exactly what'll happen. Jonah now is behind Nabi, who has issues there, approaching turn 3, who locks up. Jonah now is on the outside into 4, and he's right against the wall, but he gets the move done. But Nabi battles back and gets back to P8. Good battling we see here. Mr. Tim also right behind them in the Williams.
Jonah's probably just going to have to wait it out until the straight, make his move there.
Mr. Tim is all over the back of him, almost ran into him there, and the wall as well. So Mr. Tim is definitely looking to get by. He's showing some good pace here. I think he was one of the drivers who did pit because of the carnage as well. And look at this, another one in Bella, speaking of which, are catching T-Bone and Alimo. Getting close to the DRS range of 1 second is another one, and Bella has dropped off just a little bit. Hazy, Aussie, and Jordan are swapping positions again, so Hazy is still fast enough to get back into first. Alimo and T-Bone also swapping positions.
Alamo getting close to the wall.
Oh, and Mr. Tim, as mentioned earlier, yeah, sorry guys, hopefully you can get back to the stream, not sure what happened there. But Jonah now is looking to get by Mr. Tim in response, but I think Mr. Tim is showing some good pace right now. Any other battles to show? Looks like the top 3 is kind of where it's at right now, and T-Bone and Alimo.
Yeah, another one has caught up to T-Bone.
So that's, again, looking like it might have actually been a good thing for him overall. They are 6 seconds back from the leaders, but you never know. They have more options as to what they can do moving forward. You would think Hazy and Jordan are kind of forced onto the hard tire in a little bit here. And then H&P is going to have to put the mediums on later.
Yeah, I was going to say another one can go to the end. So if he stays pretty close, he has a good shot of making it to the end in P1, despite having the tire difference not in his favor.
And it could also allow him to get some track position as well. And then if another
Yeah.
safety car comes out, he's also in a good spot. HMP looking like is finally showing some
Oh,
pace here on the harder compound. He gets by both Jordan and Hazy there with a very nice move on the outside into turn one. Very nicely done from HMP. And Jordan and Hazy are, I think, struggling on that softer medium tire.
I think we might start seeing the first of the pit stops right about now for the next few laps.
Another one also slips by. Alimo looked like Alimo might have responded there for a second, but he gets the move done, so another one is continuing to charge. Bella now is going to look to do the same thing. And yeah, pit stops are going to come soon for sure. We did have some safety car there, so we can go a little longer, but they definitely are coming up. And now Mr. Tim is still fighting his teammate, Nabi, who had a moment there out of turn 6. All right, we're going to see what happens in the top 3 again. They're still all in this pack. HMP now is at the front on the harder tires, which probably have him having more grip right now. But Hazy is still there or thereabouts. Jordan is close to Hazy. Can Hazy get the overspeed? Looks like not enough for now, but he's going to close up to HMP. Oh no, he's flying.
Oh,
He's going to go for the move on the
man.
inside. And the safety car comes out right as that happens.
Oh, no way.
And I think it was T-Bone, or no, maybe not. He's just pitting now. Someone lost positions there, I thought, but I'm not sure why the safety car is out. Anyway, though, the drivers are getting a chance to pit, and I think HMP as well as Jordan in the front are going to have a chance to pit as well because they did not catch the safety car initially. So everyone, I'm sure, will be pitting here. The track is very punishing for tires. We see another one who already pit again in the pit lane, so he definitely knows that the fresh tires are going to be important to have. Safety car is out again on lap 10, I think it was, just at the very end of it, or lap 11, maybe just to start. Wow, what happened there?
I don't know. I didn't see any incidents on the map, so I'm curious as to what happened. But yeah, this kind of this spices it up a little bit. You know, the people on hards now get to go onto the mediums or even softs if they want to be a little audacious. I don't think anyone's gonna go on softs, so
That would be crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't have the answers as to exactly what happened there, but I might have a clue. I did see Dastardly Daddy there replacing his wing in the pit lane in the Ferrari. Oh, he almost hit the wall again right there. But he replaced his entire wing. There was nothing. There was just like a little nub. There was no actual wing. So he probably had something to do with it, but we don't know for sure. As
maybe
now,
left maybe just too much debris on the track and they had to clean it up.
exactly. There's probably a full Ferrari sitting around somewhere. As now we see, yeah, the top 3 getting their chance to pit here. Getting a little bit feisty on the pit entry is Jordan and Hazy. It's a tough pit entry, right? Like there's some walls to deal with, so that could have been bad. But we see Jordan on the hard tire, Hazy on the hard tire, and I think Hooligans will have no choice but to go on the mediums. Mr. Tim is out in the lead, though, on the hards.
Formula Jonah gets P2.
So Jonah has not pit yet, but everyone else has pit in the field. However, some drivers are much more aggressive, particularly another one and Bella already having 2 stops. So we'll see what difference that can make. And we'll see if we can again have a decent period of green flag running. That was good to see. But safety cars sometimes can lead to more safety cars, as we all know. Tiago's in the pit lane as well.
I'm looking at the tires. Hooligans is on mediums, while everyone around him is on hards. If he can make his moves early and pull away from them, he might be set for that P1 spot. But like you said, safety cars breed safety cars. We'll even see if they get through turn 1. Turn 2.
Oh, I'm sorry again. Jory, oh my god, your comment about Dastardly in the Chihuahua is just absolutely spot on, and I love it. And I'm not going to read it out loud, but mwah, chef's kiss to that one. I could not hold it together when I read that. But H&P Hooligans now is the highest up driver on the fresh tires here. But it might be a long way to go on the mediums. We will see.
And I just want to give a quick shout out to Jory. Just saw that comment.
Oh, man. What an audience we have here. The audience is just as entertaining as the driving is. And we are already, guys, approaching the halfway point. Lap 12 onto lap 13. I think we're going to at least have to wait one more lap until we get going. Hopefully onto lap 14 is when we get the race underway. But it will be Mr. Tim and Jonah up in the front on those more worn tires. So that will be interesting. They are definitely going to have some trouble keeping the drivers behind them. Looks like Jonah has finally decided to get that pit stop done.
I was going to say, do you think they're going to wait for a late safety car? Or what's the idea there?
Yeah, it's tough to keep track of. I don't know where they were before, so it's possible that you're right. That's what they're trying to do, is catch a late safety car and just make up the track position by not being involved in carnage and whatnot. Who knows? It can really happen here, and anything can happen. You can have red flags at any moment, let alone safety cars. But yeah, I think that's maybe what they're thinking, is to catch one later on. Again, apologies for the technical difficulties. Glad we're seeing more and more people joining in, though. Feel free to link your friends and family to the stream. It's been a lot of fun so far, and we're just approaching halfway now. Fuego Mall commenting Dastardly's fortune there, unfortunately running out. He did survive the chaos initially, but yeah, as I mentioned earlier. What happened? What happened? Oh no, is he in the wall?
Dastardly is in the wall.
Oh no, we cursed him. We cursed him here. He did have a solid start, and he was up there. He survived the carnage. But I think something happened to him involving the reason the safety car is out now, and he has lost some time, but he hopefully will get back to the pack again.
I think his car is okay. He just kind of went into the runoff area, but still, it was at that pit exit that we were mentioning was kind of tricky.
Alright, so let's see if the safety car goes in here. There is some separation there in the back of the pack still, but it has been quite some time. And the game likes to get things going sooner rather than later most of the time. So it has not gone in yet, which is a sign it may stay out. It might be a late one here. Or we might have to wait one more lap. We will see. We'll keep an eye on it.
One more lap, I think.
Yeah, it's getting later and later. Look to the lights of the safety car. That's when you kind of know what's going on. If they're flashing, as they are, it's going to remain out, and it has passed the pit lane entry. So we're going to have one more lap. I think, I have to say, I hate to say it, but I think Dastardly did cause that to happen, because he did drop off there. But not the end of the world. We're just going to be into lap 15 now, and surely we're going to be underway when we get back next time round. Surely.
Yeah, so who would you pick as your top contenders for the podium as it stands now?
I think it's going to be, yeah, it's tough, right? The top three, as we saw earlier, Hooligans, Hazy, and Jordan, are all going to be close together. They're going to have to get through Mr. Tim now only, but they're roughly on the same strategy, and also this is helping hooligans out in particular. The longer the race is under the yellow flag, because he's on those medium
Oh,
tires,
true.
so he might have some advantage after all. He looked like he might have been in a bad position, but this has helped him out for sure. And yeah, I think, yeah, it's the top three. Really couldn't tell you who it might be between all three of them. They're all very talented. I've definitely seen a lot of Hazy Ozzy over the years. Hooligans as well has shown a lot of pace, and Jordan has just snuck into getting pole position recently. So yeah, it's a three-way coin flip for those drivers for sure.
And right behind them, you have Alamo and T-Bone, along with another one, kind of sneaking in there. This restart is going to be pretty feisty, I would imagine.
Yeah, whenever you have a car in the front that is on the older tires, it gets kind of corked up, and drivers are going to be very aggressive trying to get by him as quickly as possible and not fall too far back from whoever they were racing in front of them. As we see finally the safety car going in, or at least announcing it's going in on this lap. So we'll look to Mr. Tim, as mentioned, on the older tires to get us going again in the Williams, with hooligans right behind him on the fresh mediums. And Hazy and Jordan are going to look to continue that battle with hooligans as well.
Oh, here we go.
All right, sorry about that. Momentary difficulties. Did not see Fuego's comment. Fuego, repeat it if you want me to read it. I did not see it. Anyway, we're underway. Hazy Ozzy is attacking H&P Hooligans, who is going to look to get by Mr. Tim, but nothing changes for now. The drivers head into turn 2, which is again where everything kind of melts together. Anyone going for any moves here? Looks like not for now. The field is remaining stationary for the most part.
Oh, Hooligans goes for it.
Hooligans now is on the inside of Mr. Tim. Getting his elbows out for sure, but he has to because he needs to get by him as soon as possible. Hazy is still looking to do the same, and Hooligans might have an opportunity to get a little bit of a gap here, which might help him out a lot. Hazy is struggling to get by in the very tight Sector 2, so he might just have to hold on for a little bit longer.
Yeah, but now Hooligans has gotten away. He's already built that 1 second gap ahead of them.
Right, so that's just showing you the tire wear is making a difference. Nabi has retired at the castle section. In the middle of it, you see his Williams there. As we see the drivers going through it, and that has again brought the safety car out, which I think is, what, the third one now? Is it fourth? I don't know. Third one?
Third, yeah. The
So
Charles Leclerc Memorial.
Yes. Except this time it was a blue Williams across the castle section there. If that was a real life crash, that would actually be very hard to clean up. It was like completely wedged in the middle. But either way, we're going to have a couple more laps to do. Will anyone go to the pit lane? I think Mr. Tim probably should.
Gotta be Mr. Tim.
But anyone else, I think you just want to stay out. It's too risky around here. Mr. Tim, though, also stays out. It's just too risky to lose positions, because you never know how much racing you're actually going to have. We have another one in T-Bone exchanging positions there. Not sure what happened. AZ is the first guy to pit, along with Menzo, Jonah, Dastardly, and Snake and Beans. And the Ferraris are double stacking as well.
Yeah, so I would imagine they take the softs. Yeah, and all of them mostly do. I mean, yeah, you're already in the back. Might as well take a gamble.
Yeah, and they're going to have a good advantage, but the soft tire might die out quickly. We will see. I'm surprised by Mr. Tim, though. I thought he would have came in for like the medium tire there or something, but he has stayed out, and I think he's just fearing what I was mentioning earlier, just the yellow flags coming and going.
Yeah.
And reducing the amount of racing actually being done, and therefore allowing him to hold on to that position longer.
And he still kind of held his own. It's not like he was extremely slower than everyone else around him.
And that has again advantaged Hooligans, because now Hooligans is going to have a fresh restart as well to again build a gap. But Hazy could quickly get right back in it if he gets a move done in the first couple corners. It's going to be crucial for him not to lose too much time, because now I think Hooligans has the advantage being on the softer medium tires as the laps are running down. I think it's going to be, lap 18 maybe when we get going here? I don't know if it'll do it right now. I hope it does, but I don't know if it will.
No, because I think we just caught it this lap, didn't we?
Yeah, it hasn't been that long, so I think we got one more lap. Just to recap again, overall, Mr. Tim is up 14 positions, who is currently the biggest gainer, primarily because he has elected to stay out when others have pits. So he does have some older tires, as we've been mentioning, but he is still in a very good position for now. Golar is up 8 positions from where he started in the back. Tiago's up 7. Everyone else, though, kind of around up 4 or 5, and then if you're not there, you're losing a few positions. So we'll see if anyone can continue the charge. We do have some differences in strategy here. But again, I think now it's getting to the point where it's risky to go into the pit lane because you just don't know how much time you're going to have.
It might be too late.
We've seen a lot of this Aston Martin safety car tonight. It's definitely working overtime here. We've seen 3 safety cars, so that's approximately 9, 10 laps of yellow flag. So we are definitely having a slower one, but it's still been very exciting. We're still going to ride on board till the end of it because anything can happen. And to be honest with you, I think we're going to see one more safety car and then we will hit that cap, but we will just have to wait and see. Through the castle section again here. Hopefully next time around it'll be much faster. Just going to quickly see as the drivers go by. Does anyone have any visible damage? Looks like T-Bone might have some there. Oh, maybe not. No, that's just his wing blending in with his tire there. Never mind. I don't think I see any significant damage for any of the drivers going through. And they've had lots of opportunities to fix it, so you really shouldn't have any. As now safety car is finally in again. So let's see if we can go a little bit longer this time than the castle section. As Hooligans is going to get us going again.
Here we go, dude.
How long will we stay green? I wonder what that will be. Maybe, hopefully to the end, but I'm going to guess it's going to be under maybe 3 laps. That's going to be my guess. Either way, though, Hooligans is now launching quite early on the straight, which has caught Mr. Tim off guard. Does Hazy have the run here?
And he has a second already. He hasn't even crossed the line, and he has a second gap already.
Beautifully done. And Hazy as well needs to get the move done right away on the inside of Mr. Tim into P2. Jordan is going to look to do the same thing. Yep. Hopefully here a little run into turn 3 might see him by. He's going to have to be brave though.
I don't know. It might be too close to call.
Yeah, not for now. We see BRZ on bags there, pressuring Bella. Oh, we see someone having difficulty. It's Golar, but he is rolling. And Jonah as well. Jonah looks like he's stuck there on the curb, but he has got going. But the safety car did not come out. We're staying green as Hooligans is now 1.3 seconds above P2 Hazy Aussie. Again, being fortunate to have Mr. Tim in between them at the start there, and Jordan is also losing time to Hazy as well.
But will the mediums hold until the last couple laps?
I
Is
think they
Hazy
have a
going to
good
come back and
shot,
attack him?
but you just don't know how. I think they have a good shot, but you just don't know how they compare to the hards, because we saw them taking about, what, 9 laps earlier or so?
Yeah.
Some drivers. Anyway, it's really close here between Mr. Tim, another one, and Jordan. We're seeing both the McLarens right next to each other, looking to, I thought split the Williams there for a second, but another one looked to bump Mr. Tim there. Another one now is looking to just slot behind his teammate into turn 1, moving both of them up, but Jordan was almost a little bit too far to the right there, and he clipped the wall just barely. And another one is on the attack.
Work together.
And looks like Jordan's going to back out for now, make it easy on him, so I think they are going to look to do that and get back with Hazy, but Hazy is still losing time to Hooligans, who has the advantage right now on the medium tires.
And if you're another one, you also want to be a little careful not to kill the tires right away, as we still have, 7 laps left.
And it's very easy to do that. If you just spin them out a few times, they'll get hot, and then it'll make it easier to do that throughout the lap, and it'll just get worse and worse. So want to be mindful of that. We still have the rest of the race to do here. It is still quite a distance, and those rear tires will be punished for sure. Hazy is now briefly getting closer to Hooligan, so the separation has momentarily stopped. Jordan is looking again to work with his teammate, another one, to use the slipstream and the DRS to pull each other closer to the top 2 as we see them switch positions again.
As Hooligans set the fastest lap. And Hazy just kind of catching up to a second and a half. Still right there, but not enough to get the DRS.
He's still hanging in there, but he's going to have to get closer to him soon. As mentioned, he has the harder tire on, so he should have an easier time as things go on, but he doesn't want to leave it too late. Another one and Jordan are still looking to work together, and they are also kind of maintaining a similar gap to Hazy at the front. BRZ on Bags just battled Alimo through turn 4. Looked like Alimo had a moment there into the wall, and he lost 2 positions. As T-Bone gets by as well, not sure what happened there. Sounded like a bit of a crunch.
Hopefully nothing serious.
And we're just cycling through the field, just seeing what we can see. Oh, dastardly into the wall there. I think at turn 7 it's very easy to do now through the castle section. With his teammate still right behind him in AZ Racing in the Ferrari. Any movement
He's starting to catch up now.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, down to just about 1 second. Will he get in the DRS here? Oh, I think he did. And that's really going to help him out, because now he's going to have the advantage to get closer to Hooligans. Did he get it? Is the flap open?
I don't think so.
No, it's not. That was so close. Milliseconds.
It looks like the toe is helping him out, and he will get DRS in the next straight.
That's great for him. Also, Bella gets by Mr. Tim into P5. XM, we haven't talked about him at all. He made a move by Alimo, who is struggling, into P9. But yeah, Hazy is definitely the one to keep an eye on. Another one is getting by Jordan again. But Hazy is definitely putting Hooligans under some pressure here. seen BRZ on Bags as well make a few positions up. We haven't been able to catch them on board yet, but he is up into P6 now. And another one, and Jordan are closing in on Hazy a little bit on this lap. So it's just getting closer for the top positions here.
Yeah, we might have a four-way battle for the lead on the last lap.
And I really don't want to jinx it. I really hope I am not, but let's hope it stays green and we can see the race out here. Because this is interesting. We need the time, the racing to come together. So for now, another one and Jordan are still working together. Hazy is still, though, pressuring Hooligans. Doesn't have to get any moves done right now. He's got lots of time, and now he can save some battery. But look at that. Another one is setting the fastest lap time with Jordan's help, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're definitely catching up now.
Oh, I jinxed it. I jinxed it.
Gregarious Jennings.
I don't know about me and watching races in Baku. It always ends up like this. I'm living it again. It was Menzo who had the moment there. I'm not sure where, but he was immediately retired, so it must have been pretty substantial. Looks like it was on the straight, maybe?
So we might only get 2 racing laps.
I think it was into the pit lane, and yeah, you're right. I think we're only going to get a couple laps here. So that has given Hooligans the advantage.
Oh man,
who looked like he was under pressure. Do you pit? Oh, that's a tough question to answer, man. I have been burned by this decision so many times, as well as yesterday.
Yeah.
But
it really can go either way. It just depends on how many people pit or don't pit.
It really starts from Hooligans and Hazy, right? Like, if those two go in, everyone else, I think, kind of feels compelled to do that. But who knows? Someone, I'm sure, will do something different than everyone else here. I think, though, the drivers are going to be obliged to just stay out again. We will see.
I will see as they approach the pit lane. Maybe we'll see some mental games, some fake outs. But yeah, I don't think they're going to pit.
Hooligans is staying right along. Oh, Hazy goes in.
Okay.
Hazy's going in. That's interesting.
Oh, Jordan pits. Another one stays out.
Bella stays out.
If anyone else pits.
Mr. Tim is in.
Yeah, he was basically obliged. He had 20 lap old hards.
So yeah, it's not that many. Like it's a lot of drivers, but they're all lower down.
Yeah, I don't know. Hazy comes out P8. This was gonna be tough. You only have 2 laps, 2 or 3 racing laps, really. So you have to make 7 moves in 3 laps. That's kind of tough.
And no DRS, I think, right?
Right.
Or at least maybe only at 1 lap of it, if anything.
Maybe the last lap, yeah.
So, yeah, that's going to be tough for Hazy. He's going to have some amazing pace here. We're definitely going to see him get some moves done, you would think. But to get back up to P1, which is where he was looking to get, is going to be hard. But we will cheer him on and hope he can get as close as he can to that. But everyone else in the top 7 now staying out with roughly the same tires, around 11 to 12 laps old. Primarily on the medium tires, but some of them, T-Bone and Alimo, still on the hards. They're going to have some difficulty keeping these soft tire runners behind them, but the laps are running out. So anything could happen.
And would you look at that, our 2 championship contenders, P2 and P3 currently.
That's right. So they had a lot of up and downs this race. Let's kind of recap, at least what I remember. It started off very early on lap 1 with a huge crash into turn 2, which a lot of drivers pit for because of damage, including Bella and another one as mentioned. And that kind of put them on a different strategy from there, which they then made work, and they pitted again at a later safety car, which was about 11 laps ago. So they are holding on to the tires for now, and yeah, it's all led to one decision after another. That big crash at the start really shook things up. So, and one more lap to do as well. We're not going to get going on this occasion.
Yeah, and that crash at the start, it was just unfortunate to see DRS Maestro DNF, because, I mean, technically he had the pole and he was going to be a contender for the lead as well. Fortunately, he misses out.
Yeah, big rip for the Haas boys, especially DRS Maestro. He looked like things were going so well. If it was up to him, he would have been on pole position to start the race, and I'm sure he would have had a much easier time staying out of the issues. But, you know, one thing after another led to him being in the line of fire, and being in the mid-pack here on lap 1 is certainly a scary prospect sometimes. This will be the final caution, though. We're going to have 2 more laps of racing, so we should have the DRS on the final lap. So that will give another one some time to think about a move into the lead, as well as Bella. Don't count him out in P3, right behind him, and he is our championship leader. But only 1 point separates him and another one, so it's all to play for here. 2 more laps to see us out.
I'm just checking out the comments. Shout out to all our sponsors.
Please, if you feel the need, like, reference any comment that I have missed, because I've missed like 95% of them. It's hard for me to keep track of it all. What have our viewers been saying?
I just have Jory naming all of our sponsors. I didn't even know we had so many. This is pretty crazy. I actually don't know if I can mention it.
That's probably a good idea. Thank you for the caution. I would love some free merchandise of some sort, but for now, we're going to have to stay silent. We are getting ready, though, for the final 2 laps. H&P Hooligans is in the lead, looking to get his first win in the Star Cup, but he's got another one to deal with in the McLaren. Hooligans gets going early again, which worked out well for him last time, but another one is much closer. Looks like BRZ is close to Bella as well. Oh, there goes BRZ. Was it too early? Does he have to give it back?
Too early, I think. We'll see. Oh, no, it looks like he made it on time.
Oh, he just clipped the inside wall there, but he keeps it straight. What's happening? XM's losing big positions here. He had a big moment into turn 1.
Oh, no. That's a real shame. He was right in P6.
And now Hazy is getting by T-Bone, so Hazy is threatening. He's on those fresh, soft tires in P5. He's got only 2 laps to get anything done, but look at this. He's got so much grip over Bella, who is locking up there, and you felt that Hazy could have braked much later than that, so it's going to be very hard for Bella to stay in front of his other championship rival here. Of course, though, the track is very tight, so you can't really do anything in this moment.
You know, he's going to have to hold on a little bit.
Another one is still close to Hooligans as well. And what can Hazy do here towards turn 15? This is going to be sketchy. Oh my god. It's very difficult to go side by side throughout that whole straight. It's kind of a turn, really. And Hazy has to think better of it for now. And he's getting low on the battery. Bella has much more than him, so he might have a difficulty here getting by. Another one. What does he do on Hooligans? Does he go for the move now?
I guess we'll see. Hooligans is getting a little defensive, which is expected, but doesn't look like another one's gonna make the move.
Yeah, he's gonna wait to the very end, right?
Yeah, now that DRS is
Oh,
activated. Oh,
big
Bella's
battle back
down.
here. Yeah, Bella lost a lot of positions there. I think he got shoved out of the way a little bit, but I'm not sure exactly what happened. Hazy Ozzy is now battling BRZ.
Another one
Looking,
gets through.
another one is by into turn 3. So much action, we can't keep track of it all. But Hazy has got by BRZ as well into P3.
Oh
What
man.
what can Hooligans do on this final lap? I don't even know where to look.
Oh, but Hazy's catching up so quick to the front. Look, he's already at a second and a half when he was 2 seconds down.
Oh, it's
Is he
so
gonna be there for the
close.
last DRS?
He's going to be right in there. So he's got to save some battery here. Save some battery, use the tires to stay with these other drivers. Because while your tires are going to be great for these corners, they're not going to do you anything on that straight. So you really want to make sure you have the juice to get to the end. Another one is in first for now. Can he hold off Hooligans and now Hazy to see it off and get another win from lower down in the grid? Has to be said. I think he was, what, P10 at the start? I don't
Oh,
remember.
here we go.
He had a moment, though, out of turn 16. That's going to
That
hurt
might be the
his momentum.
difference. Yeah. Oh, I think
Hooligans,
Hooligans is gonna get it.
he's all over him surely now. The battery is pretty much identical, slightly in another one's favor. Oh, it's going to be so close to the line.
Down to the line.
Think another one might be safe. And he is!
Yeah.
Just getting the win over Hooligans there, who just didn't have enough battery to get the move done. We see Tiago making a pass across the line over Snake and Beans. Very well done into P9. Wow, what a race. Obviously, it was slow in parts, but it was very, very entertaining when it was running. And what a finish there. Another one just held on despite having that little moment coming out of the exit. Chenzo and I thought he was done for, but he made it work. What a win for another one and the McLaren team.
Yeah, well done to another one. Very well held. Built up enough of a gap on that last lap, and held on to P1. And Hazy still sneaks into the podium despite that late pit stop. And crucially, Bella fell down to P8, so big repercussions in the championship.
Right, so that should see another one have a pretty healthy lead now. I think Hazy and Bella might be closer together, but another one should have roughly a 15 or so point advantage. We will do the math later, though. I can't comprehend all that. And he did get the fastest lap as well, so he's getting the maximum points, a full 26 for him. But again, right behind him was HMP Hooligans, who was so close to the win there, followed by Hazy Ozzy, Jordan 2 Wavy, who had a great race, who just kind of didn't have the pace at the very end. Then we had BRZ, T-Bone, Mr. Tim, Bella, and Queens Tiago into P9. Snake and Beans gets the last points in P10. And from there, it is Golar, Dastardly, AZ Racing, Formula Jonah, XM, Alimo, Clip Menzo is the first driver to DNF, so we had 15 finishers. And the DNFs were also Nabi, Maestro, and
Nimble Pattern.
Nimble Pattern. That's who it was there. Thank you, thank you. Any last minute comments, Chenzo, before we wrap up the evening and look forward to next Tuesday?
No, I just had a lot of fun with this race. Wish there would have been less safety cars, but despite that, I think we had some pretty good racing when we had the green flag. So, also want to say congrats to another one for coming up through the field. I think he started something like P9 or P10, and yeah, no, it's a big win for him.
He has done that almost every race. He hasn't qualified the best, but he's had a great run, and he's gotten to the front and made the right calls as well. And that was overall a very, very fine event. That was very exciting, and we are going to look forward to the next one. Let's quickly just cover what that will be. In the meantime, looks like it's going to be Imola, which is one of my personal favorite tracks. Also
Imola
indicating it's
Sprint.
going to be a sprint as well, which will make it even more exciting. But we're going to save that for next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This has been Greg Jennings and Chenzo coming to you live, as always, here for the Star Cup. Again, round 5 has just finished. Looking towards the second half of the season now. and another one is on top for now. But we're going to see what happens for the remaining half. That has been it for the broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry again for those technical difficulties there. I think it'll be 2 videos now on my channel, but hopefully we found both of them. And again, thank you for tuning in, and thank you to T-Bone and everyone involved for allowing us to do this. That has been it from us tonight. We will see you next week.